long as they can gauge it. It'll be like you were showing me. Yeah, you don't have to choose. But at some point.
How you doing? Okay, Stuka Joe here. This is a live stream at Consum World Expo 2021. Today is Tuesday, August 31st. It's around 9 o'clock here. We're in Tempe, Arizona. And I'm gonna walk around the tables. Most of the people are leaving, so there's gonna be a lot of empty tables. And I will be live streaming tomorrow when we have a bigger crowd. Wanted to test the live stream capabilities here. The internet is not great, but in any event, there's some interesting games here. There's of course some that interest me more than others, and we'll take a look at least at the boards. So let's move along. I'll try to keep it as steady as possible. So let's see. Here nearest to me is a session of World in Flames, and they're playing the whole shebang. See the Pacific side. Got a war raging over there in China. Let me see if I can zoom in. And here we see Europe. That's been raging here since the beginning of the convention. You know, this is the area supposed to be for monster games, but we have this game which is interesting, Risorgimento, 1859. This game brings 2 games in the box. Well, I think it brings 3 actually. It brings the battles of, let me see here, Second War of Independence, Magenta, San Martino, and Solferino, but it also brings this strategic game. So you got a strategic game, which looks very interesting. It's a point-to-point map. Not a card-driven game, but a point-to-point map. See if I can get rid of the glare here. Here it is. It's interesting because it's a tactical game. Hey, Mike, we're live streaming.
He's always at work. I'm a man. He's always at work.
And we got Shane. How you doing, Shane? I'm trying to keep a steady camera here, so let me change hands. So this is a strategic game that comes with the game, which is actually brings three tactical, three battles. You have the one of the maps here. So this is one that I wanna one day, especially this game, which looks interesting. It's a pity that the names of the towns are inside the circles. I guess they had spacing problems there. Would have been better because if you put the counter on the space, you don't know where the counter is. It's a pity.
I've been trying to think what I might talk about in an interview, but I hadn't really come up with all
Okay.
that I haven't already said.
I'm live streaming. Want to be in the live stream? I'm live streaming. Oh, we'll think of something. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're running a tournament,
Yeah, I know.
so maybe sometime tomorrow you can.
Well, let's announce the tournament. I got Mike Jensen here,
Yeah.
designer of the last 100 yards. But if you don't know that, is that you're not watching my channel. Okay, so Mike, you have a tournament with the last 100 yards.
Yeah.
And how many people are participating?
Currently we have 6. It's going to last 3 rounds. We'll have a final on Friday.
Okay.
And in addition to a winner, that we're using an optional rule for called skin of the game, and it's kind of a what would you call it? You have an avatar.
Ah, okay.
So you start out as a squad leader, and you get points if you assault a hill or a village, or a building, and you successfully defend it or take it. So you gain points, and whoever has the most points that they've gained through assaults, through the 3 rounds will win an additional prize. But
Okay.
It's a role play type thing.
Okay.
You're a squad leader, and so if you get killed, you got to start all over.
Okay.
You're going to gain points for things that you do. Now the real rule, and it comes in the game, if you you can build up to 15 points, you become platoon leader. So that you die, you survive.
Okay.
And platoon leader, as you go through, you may play 6, 8, 10 scenarios, okay, as a platoon leader. And assuming you don't die, if you ever reach like 20 points as a platoon leader, you get to be captain, and you're a big deal.
I see.
So it's a matter as a player, he's kind of got skin in the game because he's kind of risking his unit.
Exactly. You're not going to go banzai
Right.
to try to win the game at the
Right,
end.
But if you don't make some risk, you don't go anywhere
Yeah,
as far as promotion
exactly.
goes. So it's another aspect of the game that gives you that behavioral aspect as a company commander in the self-preservation and the fear that you may die versus doing what needs to be done.
They're striking a fine balance there.
It is fine. It is striking the fine. So
Cool. And at what time do they start the tournament?
the way we're doing it, because everybody's involved in different games.
Oh, okay.
They just have to get a game in that day. So it could be anywhere between 9 in the morning and 9 in the evening.
Oh, okay.
So we finished the first round today. There are 2. We played mission 1 of the first module. There is 2 German winners and 1 American winner.
Okay.
Okay. So, and I think the leader at this point has 4 points in skin of the game.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes tomorrow.
Okay. Cool. That's cool. This is the first time that You organize this tournament, right?
We did a tournament here a month or so ago in Kansas City. We did the same type thing as there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So this is kind of our
Okay.
second event. So we need more players for the tournament.
Oh,
So
okay.
come join us.
So, well, I got my viewers. Some of my viewers are here, so they may come join.
Well, you know, if you can drag them away from their big games,
Yeah.
that'd be different. But I don't think that. I think we've gotten all we're going to get.
Okay. I'll drop by tomorrow, see how it's going.
Good.
Okay. Thanks, Mike.
You bet. Thank you.
Okay. So here we have this is the table for last 100 yards. See the maps. See the trays that they use for the counters.
That's the map, and that's the mission.
Over here you have the airplane game. I forget the name. Blue Yonder or something like that.
Hey, we see daylight.
And here is a game that they were playing today, which I couldn't figure out the name because the dice tower is in the middle. Now I can move it. To take Washington, now it is. Okay, this must be Jubal Early and his raid, right? Let's take a closer look. Yeah, those are Confederates and Union. Okay, we have 12 viewers, and now I can look at the screen for your chats. If you want to chat, I can answer you. I can answer any questions. And so that is to take Washington. So that has to be multi-man publishing. Yeah. Then we have the series of tables with, you call it the trumpet game. A Time for Trumpet, GMT, Battle of the Bulge, Bruno Sinigaglia. And he's been around. We got two huge tables, and this is not a blown up map. The map is like that. And they're using some plastic X's to mark, I suppose, counters that are frozen or something like that. Not sure how that works, but it's a lot of counters. See, this is a game that doesn't fit on my table, so you'll never see me doing a video for it. The only videos I do for this game is when they play them here at Consum World. We got the other map. And here we have the Battle of Eylau. This is New England simulation, and it's still raging. Still raging. This game is in development. And this is something I wanted to show you that wasn't here before. I'm going to take a closer look because tomorrow I'll be interviewing Randy Lean, the boss in Legion War Games. So this is a game that is going to come out from Legion War Games. Pearl Harbor, air raid on Pearl Harbor by John Heim. I think it's the last name. And the cool thing about this game, you're saying, Joe, it's another Pearl Harbor game. What's so cool about that? The Americans are going to take a pounding. Well, hold your horses. You play the Japanese. And you're saying, but I don't want to play the Japanese. Well, Shane. So Randy is from your state. Great. And we have Mike with, yes, the last 100 yards. So that's regular here. So this is a game where you play the Japanese, but you can play the historical scenario and pound on whatever the Americans had there. Or there's alternate scenarios where the Americans were able to intercept the communications and do something with them and were awaiting the Japanese. And I think there may be scenarios where the carriers were in Midway, in Pearl Harbor. I'm not sure about that. Let me change the orientation because everything is upside down here. This is Pearl Harbor.
Yep, I
and
saw him putting the map out yesterday.
yeah, and you play the Japanese.
And he didn't have the counters on it at that point.
Oh yeah, it looked really, really cool. I think from what I know, you play the Japanese, and you can play the historical, or you can play a variant where the Americans were on alert and waiting for them, which would be really cool. See the counters here? Nicely done. We have the, see what it says there. Oh. EWA Marine Corps Air Station, Fort Weaver. I'm not very familiar with, oh, there's Fort Island. There's where the battleship row is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Right along there.
Let's see if we can close in. I'm live streaming, so.
Ah, don't want to get in your way then.
No, you can be in the video. You can be a star here. I don't know if we got 19 people watching. This is Battleship Row. Looks cool. Air units there. Are these Jap? No, these are Americans. Yeah, like these are.
The planes parked.
Yeah, these are like the Catalinas, right, or something.
Yes, they are.
These are Catalinas. That's seaplanes there. You got. I wonder what are those? A huge stack.
Submarines.
Submarines. Oh, okay.
And some destroyers, perhaps.
Okay. I wonder if this is the historical scenario, because it has a lot.
I think it is.
There's a lot of shipping in there. Wow. There's a lot of shipping. Let's take a look at the planes here.
Those are the Japanese planes.
Now these are TBDs and SBDs over here. And here we have more SBDs.
Oh, so they are.
Yeah. And where the Japanese are.
Those must be those up there.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get a look at them.
There's the Kate torpedo bombers,
Oh, here they are.
the Val dive bombers, Zero fighters.
Okay, the zeros are in red.
And apparently that must be the first wave, because then they also have in different colors the same types of planes for what I assume is the second wave.
Yes. No, this is not a solitaire game. This is a no, this is a solitaire game. You're right. You can play the Japanese. From what I heard, there's a variant. There's a two-player variant, but it's meant to be a solitaire game where you play the Japanese. So this is one I'm looking forward to. It's not a lot of games about Pearl Harbor. I mean, it was such a one-sided thing. But I mean, we accept alternate history. I mean, most of the games you have scenarios of things that could have happened, so I guess this is one of them. Bellows map transit box, because there's more bases off map, like you see there. So you've got a transit box, because this area is somewhere else. And you have the same situation here. Kaneohe map transit box. So you got more units stationed there. So that looks really cool. Ah, the Japanese subs that got into the harbor. Let me see if I can find them, because I couldn't see any Japanese ships or subs. Everything is, what I see is American. So you got the Enterprise. So I guess you're going to have the option to play with the carriers in Pearl Harbor, which luckily the Japanese, obviously, they were not there. Aloha. Oh, we got a viewer from Hawaii, so this must be familiar. We got the Haliewa map transit box. And there's some air units there. Wheeler. Okay, this is Wheeler base. So you have the Wheeler base transit box, and here's Wheeler base. And you got the waves of Japanese aircraft there. So far I haven't seen any Japanese submarines. I'll ask tomorrow. Air Raid Pearl Harbor. Okay, Larry, you visited the memorial many times. Yeah, I mean, it's history. It's a sad day for the U.S. and not a lot of games on this. So that's what I like about Legion War Games. They do topics that are you seldom see in commercial war games. So that's typical. Here we see they're still going on with, this is Mons 1914. This is based on the Gallipoli system. It's been raging on there. Let's see here, we got another big one. It never snows. This is Market Guard. See where the Allies are. Okay, you have the highway, and looks like they've reached Eindhoven already. That's just 30, I think this is 30 Corps. It's reached Eindhoven. Not a lot of German units. And you have here Nijmegen, and the paratroopers are holding on. We're live streaming. We're live.
Awesome.
And
101 landed north instead of
the
British first.
The British took vacation. Those are the I see.
The Brits are down there, so we left the Brits down.
So you gave them a break this time.
We did. They didn't seem to perform too well, so we thought maybe we needed a change of plan.
And you're playing?
We're playing It Never Snows.
And you are German, or?
I am the Allies. I am playing the two American airborne groups.
Oh, okay.
82nd and 101.
So
101's having a hard time.
101.
82nd is in pretty good shape.
Okay.
They blocked a lot of roads down here. Over here, the 30 Corps and 1st is kicking butt.
Oh, okay.
And they haven't even been rolling well, and they're kicking butt. So we're anticipating, we're only on we're turning 3, day 2 p.m.
Okay, so
We're anticipating that we're going to be across the first major canal here by the end of turn 4 at the latest.
So you're like the British say, on schedule.
On schedule.
On schedule.
On schedule. Yes, indeed.
Okay,
So,
great.
Cool.
So you think you'll finish the whole game in the convention?
I don't think so, but we'll hopefully get somewhere up here in 24, 23rd, 24th. And if we do, I think we'll pretty much know by then who wins.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the info and the update, and I'll be every day passing by to see how the progress is going.
Right.
Okay.
We'll have some more live streaming.
Thank you.
Sure, man.
And this is Thunder in the East.
April, the ability to bring the guards on the map. This is the 1942 Fall Blau Case Blue scenario, and we've just completed the opening German attack. So we're bantering about now about possible Soviet reactions and mechanics of reserve moves and what Jim's options might be tomorrow. So we're just examining force pools and discussing strategy.
Okay. Sounds. Who's the Germans here?
I am on this one.
Okay. And let me see. All blue. Okay, so Stalingrad is still safe.
Well, we just started, so it's the first week of July
Okay.
for another hour. He said. But we've just seen the initial breakthrough and destruction of the southwest front, and we've had the Germans attempt to cut off, and they did, and surround and destroy the expedition that the shock armies had. So we restored Army Group Center's front largely, but it also is a reverse trap situation. I couldn't get all my infantry away from the Brezhnev salient, so I've shoulder to shouldered up and elect to trap his infantry, and we'll see how he reacts.
Okay. So you got a lot of units engaged there.
Yes.
Yeah, I see
It's
it.
going to be a fight. We call Case Blue a cage match.
And, well, a lot is happening to the north of, right? Because most Case Blue was to the south, right?
You're correct. There's actually surprisingly bloody combats all over the
So
north.
Stalingrad may be spared after all.
And that's what they're bantering. They're trying to decide where I'm going to go, and of course I'm not saying over.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so he's got this massive Panzer army sitting here. And it sure looks like they're coming north to the east of Moscow.
On the plus side, there's reserves yet in the Trans-Caucasus district that he can bring up. We've not seen the Soviet first replacement and reaction movement. So right now we're dealing with the initial shock of the results of the first German attack.
And what month are you?
July.
July,
1942.
oh, okay.
Yeah, the first week, the very first turn. So we've only completed the German attack. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what the Soviets make of the situation, what troops they can raise, what reserves they can rail down there, and how they respond. So we're looking forward to it.
Well, we'll be keeping an eye on it.
Great.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
In the General Reserve for Citadel is printed.
John Butterfield is still playing the game here. I forget when they are engaged there, so I won't interrupt that. Here we see East Front is a block game. Somebody lost there. They flipped all the blocks. Here's Hannett. This is a magazine game that just came out, 1940. And here's some of Decision's games. This is I think it's Hurtgen, Hell's Forest. This is a pretty big game, and of course we're getting now to the huge games. This one is the one I always forget the name, and I don't see the name anywhere, and I don't want to touch anything. Because this looks like a jigsaw puzzle. So, there you go. Oh, there it is. There's the name. Goss, Watch on Rhein. There it is. Okay. That's Goss. That's one of the big boys. Here's Axis Empires Ultimate Edition. This is a game that hasn't been published yet. They're play testing it. And the game of Friedrich. And they're using these matchboxes here to denote the unit strength. There you have it. It's a beautiful game. Always play it at the cons also. Let me see over here. Don't know what this is. See, and then Abysm. So, volume 1 in the coin series. Yeah, that's my fear. If I, that's my nightmare that I knock out the Russian front with my elbow or something, or the camera. And this is Mark Simonich's Normandy 44. One mapper, see? That's a game you can trust. One map. That's my kind of game. I'm a kind of a one map guy. And here's NATO. And there was 3 NATOs yesterday. Now there's 1 NATO. So NATO rages on. This is the Compass edition, which has 2 maps and substantially different from the original game. This is the Blitzkrieg Legend, but portions of it. This is OCS, France, 1940. So that is the Maginot Line. There it is. I think that's the Maginot Line. Yeah, there you have Sedan. That's where the breakthrough occurred. And there's Fortress Europa. And this is the Battle of Normandy over here. So this is a big one. And let me see, there's a... Oh, not much has changed. This is Across the Rappahannock by Richard Berg. But this is a blown up map. A bigger map. And really nice too.
Hey Joe, I think
Hey, how you doing? We're live streaming. You want to be in the live stream? You're playing the Battle for Normandy, right?
I am.
How's it
Well,
going?
it's GTS Utah. You know, they have the Gold Sword and Juno,
Yeah.
and so this is the next game in this series, and then Omaha will follow, and hopefully by 2024 the test kit will be
Oh, this
ready.
is a play test?
This is play test. It's one of the last scenarios that's being play tested.
So that's just what, Utah?
That's Utah.
Oh,
And so
what's that, platoon
so-
scale or what?
so-
What is
so
that?
as soon as they it's 500 meter hexes,
Okay.
company level, and hopefully MMP will put that in production shortly, and so Tom can start working on Omaha, because if it works out that he has the playtest.
And you guys are going to end up combining the 4 beaches, right?
That's right, here. Combining the 5 beaches here, 2024, 80th anniversary.
You're going to need like 20 commanders or something.
Probably 14 guys and a couple of guys doing this. But didn't you do how to play Crusaders and Revolution?
Crusade and
Prince of
Revolution. Yeah, I did a tutorial. Well,
Yeah,
it was a tutorial in the rule book. I did a video about it.
yeah. I saw that video. We
Yeah.
played the heck out of it. We never got past, there's the 3 periods.
Yeah, the 3 periods, yeah.
Yeah,
The
we
mo-
never got past the first period.
Oh,
We
okay.
finished the first period, but we never really got into the second period. But it's interesting.
Oh, yeah, I love that game, yeah.
And I don't, I just a very interesting period. I mean, I guess the whole thing of executing 6,000 priests and a couple of hundred nuns.
Oh, well, yeah, that's
300 nuns. And
that's abstracted, of course, in the game.
well, no, I'm talking about the real deal.
Oh, okay.
But the anti-tank nuns in when Marcos fell,
Oh, okay.
stop Marcos's tanks from running over the colonels who had revolted. The nuns were knelt down in front of the tanks, which is, they called them the anti-tank nuns.
Oh, I see.
But you can think about a two-striper who's driving the tank, and the captain says, roll over those nuns.
Oh, boy.
And
Yeah.
the guy said, I'm sorry, Captain, I'm not running over no nuns.
Okay. So this is company level. This is Utah Beach, yeah.
This is Utah,
Wow.
and I am doing my best for the fatherland to stop the American hordes.
Yes, they are the American hordes. So we see here.
Eventually, there'll be 4 German divisions.
Those are
Come on, try and
5/8 of an inch counters. I guess so, yeah.
yeah.
That's what they look like, yeah. Okay.
Looks like. Are these hexes 3/4 inch hexes?
I don't know, but they are 5/8 inch counters.
Okay, well, if we put the counter right here, we'll note that there's about an eighth left. So it's out vacant 3/4 inch hexes.
Well, it looks, they fit fine, yeah. So that's Utah Beach.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Well,
Looks cool.
enjoyed the video, the tutorial.
Okay. Thanks, Vernon. So we're back here. This is Shiloh. This hasn't been published. This is the Great Battles of the American Civil War, and I think this is the end of the first day or something like that. I think Sherman got to wake up and counterattack. It's a beautiful map. So they're playtesting Shiloh, and this is the one that I couldn't catch a glimpse before because there was a lot of people around. Let me see if I can figure it out. Something the Anders Field, Jones Field. This one I don't know. Really have no idea. It doesn't have the title of the game because these are playtest components. So let's see if I haven't covered anything. Oh, this one, what is this? Haven't seen this one. Oh, okay. I think this is a new game by Joe Chacon, but I agreed to interview him, so I'm not gonna, no spoilers. Here's the Battle of Normandy. Okay, this is a game that has been published. Okay, that other huge game there was just Utah Beach at company scale. This is GMT's The Battle of Normandy. Another huge game. And see what this is. OCS, yeah. This is OCS, right?
Yep. This is the new one that just came out.
What, the Ukraine? Okay. It's another big OCS game. Ukraine. And we have even here 1960, the president, making of a president. Just not a war game, but it's the way it is. See what this is. Market Garden.
Yup. And then this is about Watergate, Nixon. So I'm playing as Nixon right now, and he's the press.
Well, that's a war. That's a war game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fireworks there with Nixon.
Yeah.
I'm not a crook.
War just runs momentum, so I get the momentum.
Yup.
Let me see this
Then
Market Garden game. Area impulse. Looks pretty simple.
place this on here, and then award the evidence tokens.
Oh, World War II Commander. I think this is
The player with the initiative begins all the
I think it's
So we switch initiative.
John
first.
Butterfield game, but I'm not sure
Place yours first.
because he's working on a simpler Market Garden game.
And
This may be it.
This
I'm gonna have to ask him. So I think we are almost done. So hopefully tomorrow there's going to be other games being played. So I'm walking over to the other side. There's another space over there. And let's see. This is the game by Compass, which I forget, Stellar or something. So not much else here in terms of war games. So I'll be doing more of these live streams, walking around the table things, because people have told me that they want to see what's being played, and if I stay doing a lot of editing, I can't film a lot. But I'll still do some interviews that I will be editing. And I think that's it. So if you have any questions, let me see if I'll reach a table here. And we'll be closing this session soon. How's the tournament going?
Actually, really well.
Can you talk to us about it? I'm live streaming right now.
Oh, sure.
I got 24 folks that are not sleeping.
Oh, well, all right. So we got our normal Ace of Aces competition.
And this is the Down in Flames tournament, right?
Down in Flames. Yep. And basically what it is you fly 20 missions. Well, if you can get 20 missions in.
Okay.
And we track number of kills you've made, your record, win, loss, and tie.
Okay.
And from that, you get 1 point per kill and a half a point per win, and then minus a half a point per loss. And then we come up with a score, and then you do your best within 20 missions, and whoever has the best score wins the tournament.
And are all the missions the same? Or do you have a different kind of missions?
No, we have, well, they're all dog fights, either two versus two or three versus three, depending on how many players we have. But we do have all the 4 theaters. We have Summer 41 on the Western Front, Luftwaffe versus the RAF. Then we've got North Africa in spring of 42. Usually it's RAF versus the Germans.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got Summer 43 on the Eastern Front, Luftwaffe versus the Soviets. And then we have Autumn 44 in the Pacific.
You got the
usually
Pacific.
Imperial Japanese Army versus the Air Force.
You know, I played the Dan version, the original game. It's changed somewhat, right?
Yeah, it's definitely. They have every card you can play for a maneuver in his version. You have to actually get a maneuver or half loop in this version to be able to maneuver on your opponent.
So this one, I have the Blue Yonder. So if I learn that system, that's the same system?
This is that system, yes.
Okay, so I'll do this. Next year, I'll participate in this. I don't want to.
Yeah,
because,
absolutely.
I got to practice a little bit.
Well, the great thing is, it's jump in. I mean, if you want to play your game and then you need a break, you jump into a game over here. And and then we track all your pilots. If you've flown one mission, it'll be in the database forever. You can come back, you fly that front again, you had the exact same pilot.
Oh, you got like lifetime scores and statistics
absolutely.
and everything.
So all the pilots up here you see, like this guy right here, well, that's me. Marco Sturm, he flew before and had a kill, and then I got 2 kills so then he's got 3 kills. Once you get 5 kills, you make ace.
Oh,
you
cool.
roll a die and he gets a special ability, and then you can use that ability next time you fly.
Oh, so even in the next tournament, the next year?
Yeah, next year, 2 years from now, whenever.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's really great.
Well, you've convinced me to, because John Kranz told me, you should participate in that. It's a cool tournament. Okay, you've sold it very well. So
and don't be afraid if you don't know what you're doing. We have training missions. Someone will walk you through exactly how to play the game. Takes about 5 to 10 minutes to learn, and a lifetime to master. Not exactly,
but it's a very popular system, and I used to play it a lot. But I'm talking 20 years ago. You know, when it came out, the Down in Flames, the Rise of the Luftwaffe. Yeah. We played that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thanks for the information, and
absolutely.
Best of success with Down in Flames.
All right.
Okay, thank you. So we got Down in Flames. Got the explanation for the tournament there. That was cool. So I think I will be taking a seat. Here we have it. To get the Barbarossa Crimea. No, I mean, the Barbarossa Crimea game is still there. I wrote to the seller because he established a price, and he said you can bargain, so I gave him my price, my offer, but he hasn't responded yet. Can you show the Eylau map? Okay, the Eylau map, I have the people still there. So they're talking, and they're very serious right now, so I'll see if I can do that later tomorrow or something. It's still here. Let me see. The Barbarossa game is still here. I wonder how many pages this rulebook has. I know it's a pretty involved series. Let me see if it says it anyway. It just says rule book and scenario book. Complexity 7. But I have some of his other games, and I think I played one of them. So, and I think this is a system they made in the 90s, which they took it and revamped it. And so let me, again, let's bury it here. That's the only one I'm interested for now. And that's all she wrote, I think. We're in the, you hit this button here. Oops. So we're here in the ballroom. Oh, we got Mo. 40 pages long, Mo. Mo, you're discouraging me to buying the game. Come on, man. 40 pages, are you crazy? It's one map, 40 pages. It only has one map. It should have a few rules. I know. It's a pretty involved system, I know. He's got other games like the Siege of the Roads to Leningrad and Roads to Moscow. I think those are simpler. So I want to get one of those games to the table because they're pretty cool actually. So so it is. Let me see if I can check one thing here. I don't have my other watch, my other clock here. So you like those, Hardwolf? Hardwolf, how you doing? 36 pages. I'm a kind of 30-something page guy. At 40, my brain starts malfunctioning after 40 for some reason. I'm a one mapper up to 30 pages, something like that. You know, if I really like the game, I'll go for it. It's 117, yeah, it's 117 in the East Coast, guys. I'm in the West Coast. So you guys better go to sleep. So what I'll do is, because I discovered today, I was doing editing videos and I'm going, you can do these things live. So I'll be shooting live videos every now and then, because in the East Coast it's 3 hours later. I'll be making a round in the morning, another in the afternoon, and one at night. And hopefully we'll have tomorrow, hopefully, an interview with Randy Lean from Legion War Games. And I'll see if I can squeeze some more interviews. I have my microphones ready for that, so hopefully the sound won't be atrocious, will be understandable. And thank you, Mo, you're welcome. And this is, I think you can do a lot of live streaming here, and recording it can be kept at a minimum. And John Krantz, I'm going to interview him also. And I'm going to be here for the duration. I leave on Sunday, so I'm going to be Saturday here. Oh, the signal is great. That's great. I'm not moving the camera around. And wanted to interview John Butterfield, but he's been at it for 5 or 6 hours there playing that game Downfall, which looks really cool. Hi, Mike. I'm supposed to play Tank Duel with a fellow, which I thought he was going to teach me. Then happens that he doesn't have the game. I brought it, so I may play that. I'm looking forward to playing it. I'll probably screw up the rules, but you know, you got to start somewhere. And you got that North Africa. I got interested in when I heard you had the North Africa campaign, which I really like those tanks there. You're gonna have by any chance the Grant or the Lee, those weird tanks there. I don't know if you're gonna have those in the game, but I really like those British tanks, the Matildas, and you know, my Bertuccelli. And Mike, your Bertuccelli. I mean, this is an obvious question. How about Italian tanks, the M1340s and that? Are those going to be there too? I suppose they would. I mean, what's a North Africa game without the Italians to practice upon? Yes, they are. I see. I knew I was right. Okay, so I'm going to have to get aboard the P500 there. Okay, so I'll leave you guys with this live transmission, which went pretty well, and I'm going to do some more. So just stay tuned. And like I always say, this is Stuka Joe signing off for now. Thanks for watching. Let me see, where do you turn off this thing? See you, Mo.